What's up? This is Kama with OrlandoHipHop.com, and this is Free Game with For the Culture.
Hey Kamo, I appreciate you coming out, and taking the time to interview with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we're gonna jump into some icebreakers before we start your interview.
Okay.
This game is called Last One Standing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you 4, and you got to choose the one that basically, if you had to choose only one out of these 4, you would rock with.
Okay.
All right. So we got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Instagram.
Instagram.
Instagram. Why?
I think it's the most user-friendly and best way to network. Facebook got too much garbage and political stuff
True.
going on.
True.
Twitter is just kind of like a bunch of people's opinions.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is pretty important as far as finding connections and what you need, but overall I think Instagram is the best networking tool.
I agree. Nike, Jordan, Adidas, or Vans?
Nike.
Nike?
Yes.
Nike
I have
girl.
lots of pairs.
Me too. BET, MTV, VH1, or Music Choice?
You hit me with the music choice. Wow.
Throwback.
I guess I would have to say MTV.
Yeah.
They have evolved with the times since inception, so I have to give it to them. They've always been a part of pop culture.
I agree. And
More
then
so.
to branch off to where they have 2 MTV channels, like, it's a lot of content.
Yes, exactly.
And if it was a movie, comedy, horror, action, or mystery?
Well, definitely not horror. I'm not into that stuff. Suspense. Mystery's pretty cool, but comedy would be my first choice.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. You like a good laugh.
Yeah, good way to unwind.
All right. So let's jump into your interview.
Okay.
Well, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, I go by Kamo. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania originally. I've lived in Orlando about 9 years now. Actually, it was just 9 years on Halloween.
Oh, wow.
And I have been listening to hip hop since, I'm about to show my age, 1980s, 7. You might not have been born yet.
I wasn't. But that's dope, man.
Yeah, and from MTV, actually. MTV Raps was like my first
Yeah.
show that I loved to watch and that got me really into it, like Beastie Boys and JJ Fad. I don't know if you've ever heard them, but that was,
Beastie Boys.
but that was how I got into how I fell in love with hip hop and rap. So
Yeah, I like that, how you fell in love with hip hop. That's a good one. So, what made you want to start like the Orlando hip hop, or how did Orlando hip hop come about?
Okay, well, like I said, I'm from Pittsburgh, and I kind of had this concept started there back in 2008. And how it came about was I was a fan first. It's like I said, I fell in love with hip hop, decades ago.
Yeah.
And so as a fan, MySpace was the medium then.
Yeah.
So it was really hard to find like where were shows, what was going on. So I decided wouldn't it be a good idea if all that stuff was just in one place? So I could just go to one website. At the time it was reppittsburghhiphop.com.
Okay.
And I had like the event calendar, and you can see like new videos, new singles, new albums.
Yeah.
And it just became like the central place that everyone went to find out what was going on. And as a fan, that was important to me, because now I could find exactly where I wanted to go on what night.
Yeah.
So that's how it came about, really.
I like that. Wow, that's cool.
And then when I moved here, I was still had the Pittsburgh website, and I was like, well, why don't I just take that same concept that I did in Pittsburgh and apply it to Orlando, and that's what I did.
And it worked.
It did.
Blew up.
It did.
That's really cool, because when you really think about like what's going on in the music scene, like even me, I'm not from here, but I heard about Orlando hip hop from so many different artists, and it's a big deal getting featured on Orlando hip hop. How do you go about choosing the artists that you do feature?
It kind of starts as I know a lot of people, core people. Let's start there. So I have favorites of my own. So I'm always watching, what they have going on, and then from there I just get DMs. I might go to a show and see a new artist and follow them on Instagram.
Okay.
But really, I'm just picking what I like.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's up to me, really.
That's cool.
So that's pretty much it.
Right. So with Orlando hip hop, what is the best way for an artist to reach out to you if they're looking to get, their music featured?
Okay, so the best way to reach me would be on Instagram through DM. I would recommend that if artist wants to get in contact with me, that they include some information besides just a link. So let me know who you are, what are you trying to accomplish, why are you DMing me? Because all that information is going to catch my attention, and it's going to be more likely that I'm going to want to work with you, as opposed to me just receiving a link to a video and I don't know what you want me to do with it.
It's like a press kit or something, a little bio or something. A press kit would be amazing. Yeah. Send your press kit artist.
Right. So it's like, if you take yourself seriously, then I probably will too.
Okay. So with, being Orlando hip hop, and, you said you've been out here for about nine years, right? What's your favorite part about the Orlando music scene?
The camaraderie.
Yeah.
So there's like huge groups of artists that stick together and have throw events and lift each other up. So that's really my favorite part.
Yeah, it's big.
It is.
Orlando's making waves right now.
It's growing, and people are starting to understand that, working together is get the best result.
Absolutely. So it's about unity at the end of the day. As an entrepreneur, what's the best advice that you've ever received?
The best advice that I've ever received, and also I think given as a result, is just to stay humble. Whenever you become too vocal, too like I'm the best, too outgoing, you just start shooting yourself in the foot, I believe. So if you just stay humble and just keep working and keep your head down, I feel like you get a lot further, and you're able to foster a lot of better relationships, more positive relationships.
I agree. What do you do to like relax in your spare time? When you get some.
Well, I like to go hiking. I like to go to the beach. I like to play video games. Those are probably the main.
Call of
Watch
Duty?
Movies. No Call of Duty. I'm more of like a Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, believe it or not.
That's cool.
I like shooting games.
Yeah.
But not Call of Duty. What's that called?
The Saints Row.
I forget. It's Tom Clancy. It's a Tom Clancy game.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can't remember it's called now. Yeah, I'm such a fan.
But that's cool. What's your favorite artist right now out of Orlando?
Oh man, put me on the spot like that.
Shout them out. Somebody could be listening.
I have a couple for different reasons.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
Oh man, I don't even know what to say to this one. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'll tell you my favorite song that I've heard so far, and it's "Vibe Now" from Loose Cannon Takeoff. Like, that song is a massive major hit that I wish could be on the radio.
He's doing big things right now.
Woo, that song is that's a classic. Like, you could hear that every year from now until ever, and it will still be relevant, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like he's close.
Yep. So many I listen to. Vetta J is another one of my favorite
he's a good
artist. Yeah.
He's a good artist.
Yeah, I feel like he has his own sort of style, and every time I hear a different song from him, his wordplay and the amount of different words that he uses, and I really like him as an artist, and I'm excited to see what he has coming up this year, or next year I should say, because he does have some things in the pipeline, so
yeah,
it's gonna be exciting to watch.
He's talented.
Very.
So what's next for Orlando hip hop? Like, I know you said that, you started off at your hometown and you came here and you've established like such a huge brand. Do you see yourself maybe taking it to another city, or do you see yourself staying here and continuing to grow?
Well, as long as I'm in Orlando, I'll definitely grow it here. If I did move to another city, I'd probably just go and apply the same concept again.
Yeah.
But I think I'll be here for a while. For next year, I'd really like to start to move into holding own events.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, probably things like producer battles and more of like MC competitions, as opposed to showcases.
Yeah.
Because you're never gonna have to pay me to perform at my showcase.
I like that.
So competitions, I feel like brings a better audience as well too, more diverse audience. So probably some events. Continuing the interviewing that we do. There's people doing audio like podcasts and video interviews, but not a lot of written things out there. So we want to keep up with that medium, because I feel like it's kind of a lost art right now. So keep with the written interviews. But mainly just keep continuing to grow and making more people aware of Orlando hip hop in general.
I like it. I like that. When it comes to like your event calendar, how do you go about like choosing the events that you do feature? Like, do people send you events, or you kind of like scout the scene?
Both. So I get a lot of messages of people looking for performers for their events, and ones that want to advertise their event. So either they're messaging me or I'm just finding it and plucking it. When it comes to events, there's no bias. Like, anyone can decide what event they want to go to. So I just try to grab them all.
That's cool. All right. So I know we spoke about like the Beastie Boys and kind of like, throw back some of the first artists, who kind of like really helped you gravitate towards hip hop. So who are your favorite hip hop artists?
Presently?
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for these questions. Okay, so one of my favorite artists of now, I guess you would say, would definitely have to be Kendrick Lamar.
Oh wow, yeah.
So his Damn album is amazing.
He's a lyricist.
Can listen to that over and over.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of music is what I like.
Okay.
I like Young M.A. She's dope.
Yeah, she is. She just dropped that project too.
Yeah.
Her Story.
Yeah, I love her style.
Yeah, I like it. She's from New York, so I can rock with her.
True.
All right, so what do you think could be done to help promote the positive aspects of hip hop? Because we always, seem to stem towards like things with the negative, like the violence and things like that. How can we more so like highlight the positive? Because there's a lot of positive artists out there.
Right. I'm actually glad you brought that up because on my platform for Orlando Hip Hop, that is what I like. The number one thing I stand for. Like, you're not gonna see me post gossip about who got arrested or arrest shot or who's fighting. You're never gonna see a fight video.
So positivity.
Yeah. So I feel like if I'm putting out, all the positive content, people are also receiving it. So, and that tends to continue on in their own life. So all I can really do is just be an example, and show that that's not really the way to go.
Yeah.
So I'm not really down with all that negative stuff because I feel like it follows you and ends up being your karma. So I just want to put out those good vibes.
I agree. I think a lot of people post those type of things because they typically think it'll bring them more viewers and things of that nature. But
and it does. But then if you read the comments on those posts, I'm just like, what's wrong with our youth? Like, what? Like the thought processes and stuff. Like I don't want to feed into that. I want to, like I said, spread the positive vibes.
You kind of prove that wrong though, because you do the exact opposite. You post nothing but positivity, and your brand has grown to be so big. You know what I'm saying? So I think that people do notice that.
Good.
People notice that.
Good.
So, what do you do outside of Orlando hip hop?
Well, when I'm not listening to new music, I'm usually working on set with Check the Credits.
Okay.
You've probably seen one of his 2 or 5 or 10 of his videos.
A lot of them.
I help him on set a lot, come up with some concepts, lighting. I help him with the equipment. And that's actually another way that I come across new music, because I feel like a really good music video brings a song to life, and he tends to do that with his work.
Yeah.
So it helps me to become familiar with a song, and then it ends up being a song that I keep playing over and over. So
nice.
That helps me to find another town as well.
So you're really out here in this music scene in Orlando.
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
You're really making your way around.
A little low key this time around, but I'm still out there. I'm working.
I like it. You guys just did Sixella, Bad Gal, right?
Yeah, you like that one?
Fire! I love her.
Yeah, she's amazing. That is another great artist in Orlando. Yeah. She's doing her thing.
Absolutely. So, what would your free game be? I'm gonna ask you from 2 different directions.
Okay.
What would your free game be for an aspiring artist or independent artist that's looking to get more exposure for themselves?
The number one thing for an independent artist to do is expand their network, because your network is your net worth. So take advantage of all these opportunities out here. Whether it's going to events, you go to the event, meet the promoter, meet the bartender. You know what I mean? They don't have anything to do with it, but they might help you down the road. Meet the door people. Meet the just meet everybody that's at the show that you can.
Yeah.
Get yourself out there. Attend these workshops that some people are holding. Fundraisers. All these events are opportunities for you to expand your network, and you never know who the next person that you meet that's going to plug you into that next level that you're trying to get to.
Absolutely.
So that is extremely important to me, is your network.
Absolutely. And would you say the same for an aspiring entrepreneur or someone looking to get into the media industry?
Yeah, exactly the same thing. Like I said, the more people you know, the more opportunities you're possibly going to come across. You meet somebody and you're like, oh, I heard about you from so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And then you never know what they could offer to you, again, to help you to get to that next level or to provide a resource that you didn't formally, have before. So, yeah, definitely a network.
Well, you heard it from the lady herself. Well, why don't you tell everybody tuning in, where they can find you, how they can reach you,
Okay. Well, again, I'm Kamo. You can find me at OrlandoHipHop_ on Instagram, also on Twitter the same. Or you can email me, kamo@orlandohiphop.com, and of course, www.orlandohiphop.com.
All right, thank you for tuning into Free Gaming. We appreciate you having us.
Thank you.
Downtown with a love flex. I pour drinks, dripping Fiji everywhere I go. I pour drinks, gotta drip a little bit. I pour drinks, gotta drip a little bit. I run downtown.